Hi, today I'm doing a bit of a review on our new compost bin. So hang tight, I'm going to walk you through it. So this is our new Hotbin composting system. We've had this for about 40 days now. It's made by Engineered Foam Products. I made some notes, so you might see me referring to those, so I wouldn't forget to say anything. And I'm going to walk you through a few details about it. So first of all, we paid about $170 for this in the June of 2021. It was on sale at the time. The shipping was fast and it was packed very well. It's made by, it's called the Hotbin, and it's made by a company called Engineered Foam Products. It's based in the UK and also has a US branch. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. As best as I can tell, it does come in both, Fahrenheit and Celsius, and there's a thermometer inside I'm going to show you in a minute. I might as well show you that now. That also comes in Fahrenheit and Celsius. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that with the steam, but you can see that thermometer's in the green zone, which is good. You like green. We like green. This is a hot composter, and I really like a hot composter because it really breaks things down faster. I've never done cold composting, but I don't think I want to after having this. This is their full-size model. It's 52 gallons. It's called it was their first model, so I'm going to tell you a downside of that. They do have a smaller version, which is 26 gallons. This has turned out to be a good size for a household of 2 people in a suburban area, so I do recommend this size. At least it's worked well for us. I think I might not like the smaller size as much. One thing I don't like about this model is it leaks this fluid called leachate. Kind of leaks through this little vent here, and a big shout out to Beanie Composter, who posts a lot of videos on YouTube about this compost bin, because I watched one of his videos that showed how to try to collect this fluid that oozes out, the leachate. Now this has turned out, I saved this because this is one of the reasons I wanted this compost bin, is for the liquid fertilizer as well as the solid compost and soil additive. So I poured this around some plants to give them a little extra nutrition, and I just keep it in, I poured into this bottle that the compost company provided. It actually provided it for a different purpose, but it works well for this purpose. And then I dilute it and add it to water and water our plants with it. But this is messy, and this started leaking in this leachate about 2 weeks after we put our first batch in here. And I didn't even notice it was coming out at first. The ground was wet under the compost bin quite a bit, and I couldn't figure out why. Finally figured out because this was leaking out the front, and you have to really work at catching it because it wants to just slide down the front and underneath the bin, and so you have to really work at catching it, collecting it. Otherwise it won't go in to your container. I tried this tray alone first without this extra little step, and it didn't work. The fluid just leaked right on past the tray, right on past that little gap there. So you have to really guide it into your container. And also the fluid will leak through the sides here, so you will lose some leachate that way. It's not leaking right now, so I can't show you that. These straps are important to kind of keep this little door on. It will want to push out as the bin gets full, and so you want to keep everything tight. This has just started to sort of pop up on me in the last, kind of gradually in the last few days. So that makes me a little concerned because it's supposed to have a tight seal to keep all the heat in. It was still hot when I opened it a moment ago, so hopefully this is not a problem area. But I wonder if I may have to put some kind of weight on this to hold that down and keep that tight seal. I like putting this near my other trash cans and recycle bins. You don't even really notice it's just one more bin, so that's worked out well. You do want to put it on a solid surface, like this is concrete. You can kind of see where some of that leachate's leaking out the back here, and making a wet spot. But you want to keep it on a solid surface where rats and other chipmunks, etc., can't get underneath it. You don't want to make it easy for them to burrow underneath it, because and so far I haven't had any problems with critters. I'm hoping that continues. We do have some cats nearby, so I hope if there are any critters, hopefully they will discourage them from burrowing into our compost bin, because that would be disastrous. This vent on the top helps keep the right amount of steam in the compost bin. Again, this is a hot compost bin, so it works on that heat breaks down your materials more rapidly, and that works out great for us. So overall, I would say this has been a thumbs up experience. I will say my least favorite thing is this. Trying to figure out how to collect this leachate, and it's messy. I wish that I sometimes wish I had the newer model. The newer model has a little port right here, which you can screw off, and the leachate is held behind the port, and then you can just extract it when you want it. This is just kind of oozing all the time, so I don't like that, but I didn't want to spend $400 on the newer model. That seemed like too much for my very first compost bin. It seemed kind of excessive, so I'm trying out this one for $170. I will say I went and looked at the company's website today, did not see this model there, so I'm wondering if they're going to stop making it, or already have stopped making it, and are just making the more advanced model with, which as far as I could tell, the main difference is that it has that little port on the front to let the leachate out. But overall, I'm happy with my my new compost bin, and I plan to continue using it indefinitely. And I feel better about the amount of household waste we're generating now, that I can use food scraps in here, and some grass clippings. I will say one thing I wanted to tell you is that if you buy this from in the U.S., it does not come with bulking agent. So the company provides bulking agent, which is basically composted wood chips, to its UK customers, but not to the US customers. So if you see another video we have about a wood chipper, I bought that because I got tired of trying to whittle wood down by hand to make wood chips, since they didn't provide them like they do with their UK customers. And so you'll see a separate video we did on a wood chipper, and so far I'm happy with that addition to our household. But it did cost, another, I think it was $140. So it wasn't just the $170 that I spent on this. I also had to get the wood chipper. But I am happy with the leachate, and when I can get some solid compost out, I'm hoping I'll be happy with that too. So stay tuned for more about that.